Hey everyone, welcome back to Homegrown Passion. Well, this is part 2 of the hodgepodge video. Hopefully you guys all watched part 1. If not, you better go do it. So stay tuned to see what we're doing here in the greenhouse. So here's our idea about watering the strawberries in the high tunnel to get some nutrition to them. We used to grow, or not used to, one time we grew strawberries in the NFT channels. They grew really well, but what a pain in the butt it was. I think I mentioned in a couple videos back that we actually had to crawl underneath the channels to harvest them because, you know, they're falling over the channel so you can't pull them out. And they ended up getting some spider mites and everything, so it's much better to have the strawberries out in the high tunnel. But like I said, they did really well on the lettuce nutrient formula. And since it's December, we might as well try it and just take some of the water out of my big tank and put it out there and see how they do. So you're probably wondering, how am I going to get the water out of the big nutrient tank and get it over to the high tunnel? We're going to use a sump pump because we have some of these extra sump pumps around, and I'm going to connect a hose here, and then that hose is going to connect to my feed line for the emitter system there in the high tunnel, and we'll get them all watered. So I'm going to go ahead, get the hose connected to the special fitting here that goes onto the sump pump, drop it down into the nutrient tank and turn it on for maybe about a half hour or so, and check over there in the high tunnel and make sure everybody's well saturated, and then turn it off. So this works really well. We're not going to use any more tap water to water the guys over there, so I want to finish off the year giving them nutrient water. So it's almost the end of the day. I got all my chores done there in the greenhouse, so that makes me feel good. So I'm going to do some seeding before I go up to the house because I always like to have lettuce, and if I forget to do it, I won't have any. So I'm going to go ahead and just seed a few little cubes for me and Doug and the family. And I like to take my cubes apart here when I'm doing different types of seeds because it just seems easier because they do grow in different rates, and when you want to plant some out of the tray and keep some in the nursery channel, it's just easier to get them going. So I'm going to do some, I'm going to do some mure and some arugula, some five-star greenhouse. I'm not going to do any of the head lettuces because this time of year the days are too short and they just don't form a head. It's just a bunch of leaves, so it's not worth wasting the seeds to try to grow any bibs, or even the romaines don't grow really well this time of year, so I stay more with the leafy kind of plants. So I'm going to go ahead and get these guys wetted down and get some seeding done. So I'm going to start with the arugula and the 5-star because that germinates the fastest and is ready to go in the channels a lot faster than the lettuce seeds. I never used to like arugula until I started growing it myself. Same with tomatoes. I never really liked tomatoes, but when you grow them yourself, they taste really good. So seeding the arugula, I like to cover the bottom of the hole with seeds. That's my measuring of how I do it. I have no idea how many seeds it is, but as long as it covers the bottom of it, I seem to get a good harvest. So now I got some 5-star lettuce seed in here. And I always forget how tiny lettuce seeds are because when the other seeds that I plant, just the single ones, are all pelleted to make for easy planting. But here's our 5-star. Okay, so now I'm ready to do the pelleted seeds. So I'm going to do my mure lettuce, which is a nice leaf lettuce that grows a nice shorter head, and it's a very mild lettuce. It was a really big seller in the farm markets over the years here. And it's so much easier doing these seeds with the pellet. You can see the pellets there. So now I'm going to do Fusion, which is another leaf lettuce, but you can tell it's done by another different manufacturer because these ones are white and the other ones were kind of a tan color. So I'm going to go ahead and label each one of these I just planted, put them out in my control tunnel where it's warm out, and they should germinate and sprout and be ready to put into the nursery channels in about 7 days. So I want to get some more spinach seeds going for this winter because my other trays are almost done, so I want to get these started beforehand. And I know you guys seen my videos before on how to sprout the spinach, so I'm not going to go over everything in detail like I did before. You can find the other videos, but the basic components you need are a couple styrofoam plates, some paper towels, some distilled water, hydrogen peroxide, and your spinach seeds. And all you do is you put your paper towels down, saturate it with your hydrogen peroxide water mixture, put the seeds down, cover them up, and then put the other lid on top of it, wait anywhere between 36 and 48 hours, and the radicle comes out, which is the little root, and then you pull it off of the paper towels here and you put them into your oasis cubes. So this process is the only way to really sprout spinach seeds in hydroponics. So if you go ahead and try to put them in your oasis cubes and put them out in your channels and everything, you're going to have really bad luck and you're going to get algae all over everything. So you want to make sure the seeds are opened up with the radicle coming out so you don't waste your time. Well, I hope you guys liked today's video, A Day in the Life of the Greenhouse Girl. So there's another video coming up on Friday that's going to be really good. So we're going to be putting up videos on Tuesdays and Fridays at 4 o'clock each time. So stay tuned to those. And like always, leave me any questions, comments, and suggestions down below. And we'll see you guys next time.